Reading Robert Jordan's Will of Time, Eye of the World. Part 12. After the wisdom left, Rand made his way to the common room. No need to hear people laughing to forget Nynaeve, what Nynaeve had said, and the trouble she might cause alike. As Rand sought out Matt and Perry, he noticed that Tom was performing the great hunt of the Horn again, but no one complained. There were so many tales to be told about each of the hunters, and so many hunters that no two tellings were ever the same. Tom went down the Bargain of roguish eagle-eyed, past where he strolled from a mark of ale, and lounged into Leanne's stand. And then the fall of Aleth L'Oreal, and Guide our chain sword, and the last ride of Boat of Albine. Tom's past grew longer as the evening wore on, and when he eventually exchanged the harp for his flute, everyone knew it was the end of the storytelling for the night. Tom joined Tom then, and they began to play The Wind That Shakes the Willow. Rand clapped along with the first few notes, and he wasn't alone. Apparently the song a favorite in the Two Rivers was also one in Baron as well. Her and their voices to cap the woods, not so off-key as for anyone to hush them. My love is gone, carried away by the wind that shakes the willow. Out by the land is beaten hard by the wind that shakes the willow. But I will hold close to me in the heart, dearest memory, and with the hand strange to my soul, a love to warm my heartstring. I will stand her with me once sing, told good wind shakes the willow. The second song was not so sad, in fact. Only one bucket of water seems even more merry than usual by comparison, which might have been the glimmer's intent. People rushed to clear tables from the floor for dancing and began kicking up their heels until the walls shook from the stomping and whirling. Tom played a few notes of the next song, Wild Geese on the Wing, and then paused for people to take their places for the real. I think I try a few steps. Me too. I want to turn too. Then maybe you should move a little faster next time. Everyone in the room seemed to be laughing. Rand turned as The dance began. The only unsmiling face he saw in the room belonged to a man huddled by one of the fireplaces. The scar-faced man noticed Rand's gaze and scowl. Rand's cheeks grew hot and his step faltered. He didn't think he'd been staring. But when Rand turned to meet him, his next partner, he forgot all about him. The next woman to dance into his arms was Yennefer. What? Rand stumbled through the steps, almost tripping over his own feet, and Nuri stepping on hers. Yennefer danced gracefully, enough to make up for Rand's clumsiness, smiling all the while. I was told you were a better dancer. She laughed, and then it was time to change partners. But had only a moment to gather himself because he turned his attention to his new partner, Moraine. Rand had thought he was stumble-footed with their wisdom. It was nothing to how he felt with the Sedai. Moraine glided across the floor smoothly, her gown swirling around her, and almost felt wise. He was glad enough to return to the bench when the reel was done. The music for another dance, a jig, began while Rand was sitting down, but hurried to join in, and Perrin slid on the bench as he was leaving. Did you see her too? Did you? Which one? The Wisdom or Mistress Alice? I danced with both of them. Mistress Alice too? I danced with Nynaeve. I didn't even know she danced. She never does sound of the dance back home. I wonder what woman sick would say about the wisdom dancing. Maybe that's why. And then the music and the clapping were too loud for any further talk. Moraine had left toward midnight, and Egwene hurried after her. Wisdom watched them leave and deliberately join in another dance before she left too. Soon Tom was putting his flute in its case and arguing good-naturedly with those who wanted him to stay longer, until Lance scared the stragglers away. We have to make a new restore. We will need all the rest we can get. There's a fellow been staring at me, a man with a scar across his face. You don't think he could be one of the friends you warned us about? So the man, according to Master Fitch, is a spy for the White Cloaks. He is no worry to us. Spy? How early are we leaving? The jewelry subdued, the others quickly followed the water up the stairs, ripping loud in the hall alone. After having so many people around, it was lonely indeed. first light. I remember, with water you are awake enough to sit on your saddle. You have to be tied on it. And hurried to the kitchen, where a scullery maid was still on duty. She poured a mug of milk for him. As he came out of the kitchen, a shaping old black start took him for down the hall. You are one of them, boy. What are the orders? I know they are here. Speak, boy, and I will let you live. Speak, I say, or... From above came a clatter of boots. From the stairs up the hall, and the murderer cut off, wailing. The pounding of boots grew louder, and the feet spun back to round in an almost boneless movement. The black blade rose, and Ran knew he was going to die. Midnight still flashed at his head, and you belong to the great Lord of the Dark. You are his. Wait, it was... Yes, it's going. Fading. No time to pursue it now. We'll live in Shepherd. Living now? And tonight? You want to wait more of the half-men to come back? For a half-dozen of them. He knows where we are now. Later. You must take this seriously. You will certainly have trouble here by the morning. Dark things, perhaps wars. When it comes, quickly make it clear that we are gone. Offer no resistance. Just let whoever it is know that we left in the night, and they should be bother you no further. It is us they are after. Never you worry about trouble. If any come around my inn trying to make trouble for my guests, well, they get the sword. Short shift from lads and I hear not a word about where you've gone or when, not a word. But, Mistress Salis, I really must see to your horses if you're going to live in good order. Much to your bones. Do trolls may come hunting for us? Of course not. There are other things to fear, not the least of which is how we were found. Master Fitch takes dark ones too lightly. He thinks of them as wretches hiding in the shadows, but they can't be found in the shops and streets of every city, and in the highest councils too. The murderer might send them to see if he can learn of our plans. So we're coming after all? Was there something down there? She said it was. Afraid. It was in the hall with me, and the alarm came. Perhaps there is something after you, but I came to see you safely back in Emmonsfield, and all of you, and I will not leave till it's done. I won't leave you alone with her. thought. The streets of Berlin were abandoned. At that hour of the night, till a dog barked, now and again, to mark their passing. The warder led them away as usual as he kept the horses moving at a brisk pace all the way to the Kremlin gate, where Lan dismounted and roused the watchman. You want to leave? Now? In the night? You must be mad. Unless there's some order from the governor that prohibits all living. Not exactly, mistress. The gaze shuts from sundown to sunup. No one to come in except in daylight. No one to come in, but nothing's about living, you see. We are not asking you to disobey, Governor. For your trouble. I suppose leaving wasn't mentioned at that. Just a minute. Hurry, there. Get out of here and help me open the gate. Those people want to leave. Don't argue. Just do it. The crack and ratchet made a rapid clicking sound, but the well-oiled gate swung apart silently. Before they were opened out, a cold voice spoke out of the darkness. What is it? Those gates, no order, it is closed until sunset. Oh, this is not of your fair children. Hard and sweater. Children of the light. What's whenever man walks in the light? Only where the shadows, the dark friends are, the children denied. Yes, yes, yes. What kind of people want to live town walls and deny during time like those? With wolves stuck in the darkness and the dark ones on the handiwork, see, flying over the tower? Travelers, no interest to you or yours. Everyone is of interest to the children of the light. But try to make himself smaller. But his movement only served to drive the white cloak's attention. What have we here? Someone who does not wish to be seen? Clearly, watchmen have saved you from great disaster. Those are the dark friends you were about to help escape from the light. Instead, I will take these ruffians to a camp, that they might not be questioned in the light. Moraine's voice came suddenly from every direction at once. You will take me to the camp, White Cloak? You will question me? You will bar my way? I say die. Die? You dare attack me? Go now. No, hold the gates. We must pursue them and take them. Despite the Warco's demand, the watchmen did not slow their pace of closing. The gates slammed shut, and moments later, the bars slammed into places, sealing them. You returned an giant, was I? saw you. Oh, the mind playing tricks in the night. I see what is not there. This is no time for games. Indeed. What we gain at the Stag and Lion we might have lost here, no matter. They might know the way we must go, but with luck, we will stay a step ahead of them. Lan, toward the move forward, eastward, down the Camelon, and the rest followed close behind. They've kept near the pace a fast walk. The horses could maintain for hours without any acid help. Before they had been even 1 hour on their way, Toad but cried out, pointing by the way they had gone. Look, here. I want him, but he will not take it seriously. Then, that's the second lion? How can you be so sure? How far do you want to stretch coincidence, boy? If we have attacked him, perhaps our exit from town might display one unnoticed. You say that so easily, Moraine. What about people are doing? People must be hurt. The innkeeper has lost his livelihood because of you. Why you talk about walking around in light? You're ready to go out without sparing a Toad for you. His trouble is because of you. Because of those 3. The fire, the injured, the going on. Because of those 3, the Dark One. Once those boys of yours and anything he wants, this body must be kept from him. Or you would rather let the fate have them. Be at ease, Lan. Wisdom, you think I can help Master Fitch and the people are doing? Well, you're right. I can go by myself and give some help. Not too much, of course, that would draw attention to those I help, attention that would not think me for, especially with the children of the night in town. That would leave only Lan to protect the rest of you. He's very good, but it would take more than him if a murder and a fist of frogs, you find. Of course we could our turn, Toad. I doubt I can get all of us back out of Baron unnoticed. That would expose you all to whomever set that fire, not to mention the white clothes. Which alternative would you choose, Wisdom? If you were I would do something. And in all probability, hand the Dark Ones his victory. Remember who it is that he wants. We are in a war. As sure as Sunny in garden, I will have sent to Master Fitch enough to reboard the Stag and Lion and up for any who are hurt as well. Any more than that will only endanger them. It is far from simple, you see. The Camlin Road was not very different from the North Road through the 2 rivers. The land itself, it was different, Toad. For by midday, Andrew entered low hills from time to time and had them dismount atop one of the hills where he could get a good view of the road both ahead and behind, and surrounding countryside as well. So they couldn't be seen yet, but I knew they were being followed by Fates and Trollocs, who knew they were on the Camelin Road. If they know we're on the wrong way, then we just go straight across the White Bridge. If inland can travel as fast cross country as by road, especially not through the hills of Upshire. Now we know for certain there are Trollocs behind us. Keep them moving, more rains today. I will return as soon as I am able. You will know if I fail. The light go with you, as low of the 7 towers. We must go on. The horns called an answer once more behind them. They were closer this time. 8 miles, maybe 7. We can't go any faster. Those horns are getting closer. And why do they let us know they are there? Perhaps so we will hurry on without thinking of what might be ahead. They kept on the same steady pace. At intervals, the horns gave cry behind them, and each time the sound was closer. I was anxious, guessing the range at 5 miles now, when one suddenly burst the top onto the road behind them at a gallop. Always 3 fists of Trollocs, each led by a half-man, maybe 5. If you were close enough to see them, they could have seen you. They could be right on your heels. He was not seen. I have followed his trail, remember? Hush! I understand us. There are perhaps 500 Trollocs behind us. They are closing the gap. They will be on us in an hour or less. If they had that many before, why were they not used at Emmons Field? If they did not, how did they come here since? They are spread out to drive us before them, the scouts quartering ahead of the main parties, driving us toward what? What do we do now? Where do we go? Oh, that is left is north and south. To the south are the hills of Hampshire, barren and dead, and the terrain with no way to cross and no traffic by boat. To the north, we can reach the Arenal before nightfall, and there will be a chance of a trader's boat if the eye has broken at Marathon. There is a place that the Trolloc will not go. The trying to frighten us, trying to scare us until we panic and run. They have us, then. Which way we go? We cannot.